Hi, my name is Marielle Sandler, and today I will be presenting my personal budget project. I started this project off by looking around on Indeed for different jobs related to the legal field. I then saw the junior paralegal position at Kirkland & Ellis in Los Angeles, California. This job entails drafting documents for higher up lawyers, proofreading documents, helping to fact check cases and precedents, and just filling in wherever people in the firm need help. As you can see, I was given the salary of $62,399, which monthly is about $5,199 before deductions. After federal withholding, Social Security, Medicare, state withholding, and workers' compensation, it shapes up to be about $4,054 a month. As you can also see, I will be working in the financial district of downtown Los Angeles. Moving on, we have my location, and I decided to rent an apartment at 1411 Toberman Street, Los Angeles. As you can see on the map in the upper left-hand corner, my apartment is about 6 or 7 minutes from my office, which is part of the reason why I chose to live here, because I will save a lot on gas. And even though it's a very small apartment, the rent is very affordable, very manageable. And so that felt like a worthwhile trade off. And for utilities, my electricity, gas, and water are all included within my rent, but I will be on my own for cable and internet. And my apartment is in a pretty safe neighborhood for downtown Los Angeles. I was very careful in checking past crime reports, and it just seemed very safe, and that was part of why I chose to live there, especially as a single female living alone. So, moving on, we have car maintenance as my first expense. So, originally, when I went to choose a car, I was looking at car loans and paying for like a $20,000 car. And that just ended up, by the end of the project, not seeming like a rational thing to do, because I felt like that money could be used elsewhere, like going out to eat, concert tickets, things that I would probably just enjoy more. And so, as you can see, I ended up choosing a $1,900 2006 Chevrolet Cobalt. And looking in the upper left-hand corner, the car insurance is about $196, which is a little steep, but that's because this car, because it's old, is prone to failures, accidents, things that probably wouldn't happen with a newer, safer car. And then looking in the bottom right, you can see that when calculated, the maintenance over 5 years for this car is estimated to be about $5,335. Now, when I divide that by 5, I get $1,067 annually. Dividing by 12, I get $88.9 monthly. And this was pretty expected with an older car, just knowing that it will be needing repairs more frequently than a newer and more recently refurbished car. Moving on, we have my phone plan. Now, when initially I was looking at phone plans, I was trying to find the cheapest possible option. And then I went back and reviewed my job description, and there is a lot of working from home, answering emails, being available all the time. And that requires a lot of data to download all these legal documents and edit them, resend them. And so it seemed worth it to splurge for the AT&T Unlimited Premium plan, which is $85 a month or $1,020 annually. Now that paired with $55 a month internet ends up being a necessary but sizable dent in my budget. For my third expense, I have hygiene and toiletries. Now, for this, I allotted about $50 a month because I try to be really careful about what I put on my hair and my skin just because I'm prone to breakouts. But I ended up choosing the native shampoo just because it's really good for your hair, it's healthy, and at $10.99 it is way more affordable than a lot of higher end shampoos and conditioners. And then I went for the drugstore brand toothbrush and toothpaste, and then the Burt's Bees facial cleanser, and then the Way body cleanser and the St. Bart scent. That is something I'm not willing to give up despite the $28 price tag. And so when I add these all up, it totals about $50 a month. So reflecting now, Throughout this project, I was surprised by how many things are so expensive. I never thought about the different forms of insurance or the grocery bill or car payments, and it was difficult for me to narrow down my expenses and prioritize where I wanted to spend my money. The hardest part was definitely deciding on which luxuries to sacrifice. For example, I opted for a much cheaper car so that I had money in reserve for things I really enjoyed, like sports games and concert tickets. And I made numerous adjustments to that section of my spending, and I'm pretty proud of the final budget I put together. You can see in the bottom right my face in throughout most of the project. Every time I would click on a link and find out how much something actually costs, I was shocked by how small the apartments are, despite paying over $1,000 a month. I'm currently in this project living in a shoebox, and I was very shocked, and that's exactly what my face looked like when I saw the floor plan. As you can see, this is my final spreadsheet, and I have my annual pay of $62,399 and my gross pay $5,199, and then my total deductions were $1,144.47 with a final net pay of $4,054.75. I included the expenses of rent, utilities, health insurance, food in, food out, car payment, car insurance, car maintenance, gas, entertainment, phone plan, kitchen supplies, hygiene and toiletries, clothing, my betta fish, my fish water conditioner, my fish food, my makeup, concert and sports tickets, investment, savings. My total expenses zeroed out, and I ended up paying all $4,054.75. And I think it was a very successful project, and it taught me a lot. And you can see in my spreadsheet that things were not the same every single month. For example, I bought my betta fish twice a year due to the life expectancy. I think that's the only thing that was different, but I had a great time with this. That was bad.